I mean, there's obviously a polarized, maybe the internet makes it seem all the more polarizing, but you obviously have people who are promoting all sorts of crazy things. And it's not just, some people say you've never met anyone who's trans. And I'm like, okay, I have a family member who's a woman who thinks she's a man, who just got married on Friday the 13th and had a blood and gore wedding.
Are you serious?
Yes. God bless this beautiful person.
Wow.
Who's an extended family member. So I'm seeing...
How do you decorate for a blood and gore wedding?
I don't care. I just pray for her. Yeah.
It's what you have to do, I guess.
Yeah, but when I had Michael Knowles on the show in the Cigar Lounge, we came up with this idea. I don't know if it was him or myself, but I keep bringing it up. This idea of giving people an off-ramp is so important, because if you've had, let's use the example of an abortion or quote-unquote transgender surgery. My Lord, now you've got two decisions to make. Do I continue to justify this action or do I not? Now, if I don't, I have to admit I've made a terrible mistake. And in the case of abortion, I have to admit that I've paid someone to kill my innocent child. That's a big bloody hurdle to jump over. And what would be easier, instead of going down that path, is the path of, this is healthcare and I am a liberated woman, and those people, that's so much easier. And all of us can understand this, since we're all wretched sinners who've made bad choices in our own ways, and we all understand what it's like to have to either admit that we're wrong or double down on the stupid thing that we did. But I love your attitude there of how do we give these lovely, as you said, these broken women who've been raised in a pornified society, how do we give them an off-ramp and not just shout at them?
I think it's so profound to remember to look at people as people. We've been so trained in the last 5 years, I wouldn't even say 10 years, but the last 5 years, to look at somebody who disagrees with you and say they're less of a human than me because we have literally nothing in common. I should not be listening to them. They should not be listening to me. I'm going to cut all ties to that person and just basically pretend that they don't exist. I have nothing in common with them anymore. I'm seeing that in the political world right now, with just labeling anybody on the left as demonic and they're not worth our time and they're true evil. I actually think a lot of people are just really misled. A lot of people are very broken. They've been lied to from every single direction in society, maybe even within their own family. And they're trying to figure out what to do with that. They're trying to figure out how to wrestle with these feelings, maybe of guilt and shame from decisions that they've made in their past. Maybe they are continuing to feel very broken in the actions that they're living with every day that society says is empowering or liberating, but they really deep down feel, no, it's not. Something's wrong with this picture. If we can't give those people a way to go, we're really negating the entire story of our faith, of redemption, of walking away from sin. Jesus, for example, everybody likes to say, always hung out with sinners. He ate with sinners. He loved to call sinners to his ministry, but he never left them as sinners. He always said, go and sin no more. And from that day forward, they were on a path to sainthood. And I think we've forgotten that missing link of redemption in our secularized society. We just say, sorry, too bad for you. You made a bad decision once and you're not going to ever be a part of my club or my side or my team ever again.
It's a good point. Like I said earlier, with whoever feels themselves to be the oppressed is crying out for free speech, whether it be right or left. I think also it's the case that conservatives have said, and I even saw this on a Daily Wire backstage a couple of years ago. I think it was, who's the fella who runs Daily Wire? There's three of them, but who's the fella?
Jeremy, yeah.
Jeremy said, the difference between us and the left is we think you're wrong and you think we're evil. And I'm like, that's far too cute. No, that's not the case. It's clearly the case that conservatives are looking at the left and going, you're clearly evil. This is what do you know what I'm saying?
I'm seeing more of that with every passing day. And I think a lot of it's just stemming from frustration, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. Yeah, if you just call someone, it's like 10 step, it's a infinity steps up from calling someone Hitler. Yeah. You're literally Satan.
You are literally demonic.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, do us a favor, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the video, like, and subscribe.